Hello everyone, this is Zero. Today we have quite an episode 3 in our legendary Macedon campaign in Rome 2 Total War. We're at war with everyone and we have to win every battle manually. We start by defending and lifting the siege from Tilis. If you enjoyed this series, give it a like and let me know what you think in the comments, it helps a lot. Let's get right into this battle. As usual, they brought a lot of those levy freemen, so we're gonna have to close the distance in pretty quick. But before we can do that, we need to figure out where our reinforcements are going to come from and meet up with them.
Grouped and awaiting orders. General, your orders. Ready. Grouped and awaiting orders. Yours to command. Militia. Hades can wait. Tarantine cavalry. Your orders. Men.
You're gonna see here in a minute that our reinforcements arrive right behind the army of Tilis, so we're gonna have to maneuver around them and hope that they ignore us until we can meet up with our forces. And here we are. We managed to go around, they took the hill and sat there waiting, so now we are much stronger. We're gonna set our weak hoplites in front so they can take the brunt of the damage from the precursor javelins, and then behind them we'll have a stronger hoplites with the pikes. Also in the front we're gonna have the mob, at the very front actually, so they can take the first rounds. Their slingers are showing up on the other side of their forces, so we're gonna have to move our cavalry to our right flank. And I think we're pretty much ready after this. So we're going to select our entire army pretty soon here and move forward.
Cavalry, missiles ready. Double time.
Commander, advance at speed.
General! Macedon! Tarantine cavalry!
Unfortunately, as we move forward now, we're going to lose vision of the enemies. So we're going to take a second to sort of reorganize and protect our flanks and hope that the slingers can do some damage at the beginning of the battle. I also place my tier 1 hoplites in phalanx, so they get a little bit of bonus for their defense. They're not here to do much other than soak damage from precursor javelins and then just keep the enemy pinned in place. Our hoplites, the cheap ones, are not that bad compared to levy spearmen, but they're not gonna do much.
Yes, Commander! Foot companions! As you command, orders! Happy to serve the people!
I'm being very cautious here as I approach, because I don't want to just get to the top of the hill and suddenly be facing the enemy. And here they come, so let's slow down a little bit.
On what, Commander?
Our hidden units have been discovered.
They have a unit of light horse, which we need to take care of before we can dominate this battlefield here. There's another unit of light horse coming in from the other side. The Tarantine cavalry is going to take care of them. We're going to bring them to our pell tests and just have them get shot.
Our general is under attack.
General! Tanks at the ready!
On the other side, on the left flank, we're going to advance the general while in protection of the woods.
Tarantine cavalry! Forward!
The Tarantine cavalry now is in position to take care of the light horse.
Our men flee the field of battle.
That's just the
This is a
plebs,
shameful
or the
display.
mob. That's fine.
Ready.
Form phalanx! Tarantine cavalry. General! Nay! Orders!
The light horse flanked the general, but they're gonna have a bad time. The general is a unit of pikemen.
This is a shameful display.
We're about to break both the light horses, so now we're gonna be able to advance forward with our skirmisher cav and start taking care of their slingers.
Forward!
Their general is coming forward, so...
Foot companions!
And he's right into charge.
Speed! Commander!
That was a pretty bad charge by the general. He smashed behind their own units. Now I'm ordering my missile units to start focusing fire on the general. They can shoot over the head of the hoplites and hit the men on the horses. Meanwhile, our general is flanking.
Charge! Missile cavalry ready!
We're also flanking with one of our javelin men and start shooting on their side.
Tarantine cavalry!
Their slingers should be gone pretty soon. The general is pulling out, so we gotta watch out.
Companions!
At least he's gonna get shot in the back.
Hoplites! General! Nay!
Meanwhile, we're gonna send our general just to clean up the line from the left to the right flank as fast as we can.
Man! Quick march!
Their general is now going after our cavalry, so we're gonna take the chance to use the slingers and shoot into that mob, or that mosh pit that they have going on there. I'm not too worried about our mercenary Tarantine cavalry, because we're gonna disband them after this battle. If they can keep the general busy for a while, that's okay. We have already gotten rid of their missile units pretty much, so we're gonna be fine.
Fire on the enemy!
Fire!
Tarantine cavalry!
Let's take the general for a little bit of a ride. Let's just not sit there and take damage. If we can tire him out, that's good.
Proud sons of Macedon!
One of their units tried to flank one of ours, so they ended up exposing their flanks to our slingers. They're gonna get shot into bits right now.
Ready for orders!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful.
That's fine. We lost one of the units of Tarantine cavalry, but they did their job.
Foot companions! Slingers! Javelin!
The general is now coming back in wedge formation at almost -5 miles per hour, so we gotta watch out. He's gonna be there in 2 minutes.
Spear infantry, ready! Orders understood! Militias!
Or maybe he won't. He's just sitting there and watch their men get killed.
This is a shameful display.
Slingers!
Hades can wait! Attack, you sons of Ares!
Cavalry!
Our better hoplites are in pretty good shape, and our, levy or whatever hoplite are not in that much of a bad shape. They're mostly holding out, except for the one unit, which is in the red right now. Our rear charge is gonna help with lowering the morale, hopefully. Yep, steady. But yeah, we got one to wait with. There we go.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah, they're starting to break.
Javelin man!
They're about to lose a third unit,
Commander!
and the general is finally moving in. I think he's had enough. He wants to die now.
Foot companions!
We're gonna have our slingers target them.
Waiting!
Target the general, that is.
Now!
Ready and waiting!
And it doesn't seem like much, but he's gonna start losing men pretty fast.
General! To arms!
And their whole line broke. Yeah, it's over.
The enemy general is dead.
We're gonna run them off. Close victory. I don't think so. Nice chunk of money for us, and some of their units escaped. We'll see them again.
Is that all? Ready for orders.
This is our guy, so we're gonna train him in
Hunger for battle.
the strategist line. We need to consolidate some of our units here. They're gonna take too long to recover. 5 turns is excessive. It's cheaper to hire a new one, so that's what we're gonna do. We still have some movement left, so I think maybe we should go and get rid of those guys.
Ready for battle. Wipe them
This should be an easy auto-resolve, so I'm just gonna do it off camera and I'll see you in a second.
You have further orders?
Alright,
Ready for orders.
we actually gain a little bit more experience. That's really good. I'm gonna go with spear damage, because we have a lot of spear units.
I want hourly patrols. Ready for battle.
Again, we gotta merge a few more and start recruiting soon.
We need good
These
fighters.
militia hoplite are really good projectile sponges. Next we have the Siege of Pella, which we need to get rid of. This is a really complicated situation because we have another army there from the RDI, which is, you know, harassing us. We cannot wait. We need to lift the Siege of Pella now.
Is that all? To battle!
So while I placed my general over there, he's not reinforcing. We're gonna have to adjust his position, unfortunately. Cancel the
your
recruitment.
Advance!
There should be fine.
For the gods!
It's not in our favor, but we can do it. Let's go. Right, we're gonna wait for our reinforcements to arrive, but we can start by placing some of the units on the map.
And awaiting orders. Battle group ready and awaiting orders.
Warriors of Macedon, pikes! By your command,
Grouped and ready.
pikes!
Missiles awaiting targets.
General! At your service.
Bob!
I really have no clue what I'm doing here. It's whatever. Let's just go. There's our reinforcements. They came in from the right side, sorry, the left side this time, closer to us, so we're good. Let's go meet up with them and get settled.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
The enemies come. We will kill them all.
Macedonians, ready. General! Your orders.
Hades can wait.
Luckily for us, they're being stupid, and then they're gonna let us form our troops. So, yeah, good for us, bad for them. We have a nice line of pikemen. We have 2 mobs to take some of the precursor javelins for us. A couple hoplites to go around the flanks. A little bit of slingers, and 4 units of cavalry, which are going to be very clutch in this battle. That noble horse there is a bit of a threat, but I think we can deal with them.
Pikemen! Wigmar!
And it seems that they were having some issues reforming their army themselves. They are in fact going to attack. So I'm going to retreat a little bit in the corner here, so I have more of a favorable position. We also have some trees on the left side and around the center that can block some of the missiles that they're going to shoot at us.
Spears ready.
General! Advance at speed! Militia! Commander! At speed! Slingers! Ready and waiting. Orders. Ready and
Your
waiting.
orders!
Javelin men! By your command. Orders. Battle group ready and awaiting orders. Sons of Ares! Advance! Ready and waiting. Double time! Javelin men! Ready and waiting. For Macedon! For the gods of
Orders.
Olympus! At speed! Ready for orders! Citizen cavalry! Ready!
Yeah, we have our pike line. They're really stupid. They're just gonna come into it. It's not gonna end up well for them. I ended up placing the militia hoplites in the front of the pikemen so they can take some of those precursor javelins too. And we'll set our cavalry loose to go around, harass their missile units, and then rear charge them. That's pretty basic.
Citizen cavalry! Melee infantry ready!
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Orders understood! Militia! Form phalanx now! We await your command. Warriors of Macedon! Militia! General! Missile infantry ready! Pikes ready!
The men are wavering.
Ready for orders. Waiting. At the double! Slingers! Ready! Now! Your orders!
Alright, we managed to free our cav. And their units are locked in combat with our pike line. Their light horse just sitting there.
Slingers! Javelin men!
And they decided to charge them in for some reason. Well, we're gonna take the chance and go after them right now.
Pike infantry, at your command. Pikes! Axiom!
Our general is under attack.
We have to move the pikes to support our cavalry right now, because their general is coming in
Slingers!
and somehow had a very weak charge. I don't know.
Cavalry ready! For glory!
Alright, let's attack the general. We use one unit of cavalry to chase down their javelin men, so they stop shooting. We don't want them throwing those javelins at our general.
Ready and waiting!
Oh, it's actually some slingers, huh? It's not too bad, but still.
Charge! Forward! Javelin men!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Melee cavalry!
Their light horse is all but gone, so we're gonna start sending more of our cavalry to take care of their slingers.
Charge!
The general pulled back, good.
Attack!
So,
Javelin
yeah,
men!
he pulled back because the pikes got there. That's what happened.
Junos! Pikemen! Quick march!
We're gonna bring the general pikeman back so he can support the cavalry against their noble horsemen.
Melee horsemen! Advance! Your orders! Slingers!
Meanwhile, our slingers are gonna continue to shoot stones at their general. Hopefully he'll be dead soon. Our pike line is holding pretty good.
Sons of
They
Ares!
have
The
lost...
enemy general is
Yeah,
dead.
the guy's dead, and their troops have been decimated by this point.
Hoplites!
So we're gonna start folding the left flank
Orders. Ready.
and moving
One of our
forward
units
with our
has used
pike
all its
line.
ammunition.
Riders!
We're gonna pull the cavalry back and prepare to rear charge these guys, because they have some spear units engaging us right now. Our pike general in the back is now coming back in and managed to pin one of their Celtic warriors. And the rear charge begins. Here we go.
Hoplites! Ready!
This battle is not gonna last too long. They're already starting to waver pretty badly.
Forward! Commander!
And I dare say we won it pretty healthily here. The cavalry took quite a bit of damage, but they'll recover. We're not going to need them for 2 or 3 turns, I believe. Well, at least some of them.
At speed! As you command! Javelin men! Swift
Yeah, it's all over. They took the army losses. Let's run them all down. Close victory. We killed almost every single one of them. A bit of cash too. That's nice. Alright, so if we check Sparta here, this is probably the time that we should go in and take it. They're taking attrition. They don't have troops there except for the garrison and 1 general outside. Let's not give them time to recruit. So we're gonna get a mercenary Thurio Spears and go in. The odds are terrible, but we're gonna make it. We have to. Nice dry day. Alright, on the last try.
Missile infantry!
Now in this battle we're gonna have to try and somehow outsmart them. We know they're slow, so we're gonna use that to our advantage, but still 2 pikemen and 1 Thurio Spear, they're not gonna hold that line forever. Our javelin men are gonna be useless in melee. We're gonna have to use the cavalry to do a lot of damage here. Sucks that the Sarissa cavalry is so damaged. We're gonna keep them out for now, and instead we're gonna go in with our companion cavalry, try to catch some of their missile units unawares.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Where's this guy coming from? Man, they're bold. It looks like they're gonna sally out and attack us.
Riders, advance! Riders at the double! Forward! Riders, advance! Yours to command! Double tag ready! Hello! And the gods of Olympus! General!
Oh yeah, there are other generals coming from the back there, right near to our army. Here I'm taking a position up the mountain so we can get the advantage of terrain. Most specifically height, but we can't let that general join with the garrison. We need to send our spear thrower units and go harass the hell out of him. As you can see, our cav was not very successful at hitting their missile units, so they're just sitting there in the town center for now. They'll come in really good use later. Right now we gotta focus on this general here. These Royal Spartans need to die. He turned towards us, so we're gonna have to dance around him a little bit to get the best shots. They have a lot of armor. Ideally we want to shoot from the back. Sorry, shoot him in the back. Or from the unshielded side. That one. Wait, is it that one? No, it's not. We need to go behind him. Luckily, they're slow. We killed one so far. Alright, now they're starting to die.
Double time! Fire!
It's starting to become pretty obvious that we're not going to be able to destroy this unit of general. before he meets up with the rest of his army. So we're gonna try a few more volleys and then we're gonna have to retreat.
Attack, you sons of Ares!
Alright, time to go back. We may have a chance to charge their javelin men now when their other units go forward. The Spartan youths are not a big deal, but their hoplites are, and their pikemen too.
Sons of Ares! We await your command.
I think we need to go further back into the mountain to give time for our cavalry to start sowing some discord there.
Take infantry at your command! Proud sons of Macedon! Infantry, ready! At speed! Tribunals! Orders! At the double! By your command! Missile infantry at your command! General!
Nah, we're gonna cut really tight here. Their missile units have gone forward, so we're gonna have to send our cavalry around.
Companion cavalry!
We're gonna charge the Spartan youths too. It's not the smartest thing to do right now, but we do want to take their numbers down fast. We need to break their morale. We can't win against every single unit in this battle.
Our general is under attack.
The general seems to have done a number on the youths, but it's not going to be enough to break them. And our companion cavalry goes and attacks the other ones there. Their pikes are now dangerously close.
Commander! Companion cavalry! General! Advance! Ready!
We need to get our cavalry there to move those helot slingers out of the way.
At forward! Companion cavalry! At your service!
If we're patient, we can get them to run away from their melee units.
Riders! At the double! General! And forward!
Nice.
Advance!
One youth is starting to waver.
Companion cavalry! Forward!
The unit's shattered. Nice. Now we need to redirect our general to go after those slingers.
Your orders!
Warriors of Macedon! General! Ready!
Orders!
We're gonna send our spear units to start bombing their general pikemen.
Companion cavalry! Companion
They're doing a really good job of protecting those slingers right there. So we're gonna take the Spartan youths out of the equation now. They left them alone, they die. And we can push the slingers off before they start to shoot. There we go. And back to the youths.
Riders at the double! Warriors of Macedon!
Our spear throwing units are doing a good number on their Spartan pikemen. Yeah, we need to get rid of that unit there.
Companion cavalry!
Spartan youths are gone. Alright, now we're gonna try to take those slingers.
We await your command! Commander! The riders!
Yep, the garrison general is about to break.
Engage! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Missile infantry!
We await your command!
Now we start shooting the other pikemen.
Cavalry!
General!
And we're gonna use our general just to distract
Commander!
their units and hopefully turn their back to our pillar.
Companion cavalry!
One of our javelin men is out of ammo. We're gonna retreat them and send in a spear unit to deal with those pikes, I guess.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Advance at speed!
Commander! Forward!
Alright, it seems like they're gonna finally leave their slingers open. And we're gonna send the spears in.
Spears, ready?
Ready!
We're just buying time to put our pikemen in the front line right now.
Companion cavalry!
And we got their slingers finally. So now we're gonna send the Thurio spears back to rear charge their units that are fighting our pikemen line.
Sons of Ares!
This is defeat in detail. We're splitting them up and concentrating our forces in smaller numbers.
Companion cavalry! Forward!
Traveling men! Missile infantry ready.
We'll bring our other units nearby, so we can increase our superiority and cause them to waver and break quicker. Alright, slingers are gone.
Riders at the double!
Now we need to use our cavalry to rear charge the other pikeman unit. Get them in disarray. They cannot properly form. They're not going to do a lot of damage.
Quickly now!
We send the Thurio spears to keep them busy while we reposition our cavalry. And now we can do a charge within that square and another one in the back of those pike units. Just making sure they're not fighting us there.
Heavy horse at your command! But riders advance! Companion cavalry!
General!
Alright, another one starting to waver. Man, that Sarissa cavalry did some work. They're down to the last man. Let's get them out of there. Maybe they'll survive. They got a lot of experience. One sole survivor. Let's see if he's gonna be there at the end of the battle.
Cavalry! As quickly now! Ready!
We await your command. Pikemen ready for orders.
Let's use one of our pike units, or maybe both. One of them to check their Royal Spartans, and the other one will go and check their pikes. And first we're gonna let the Thurio spears engage. And the pikemen can come into formation and join the battle later. Nice. Their general is wavering. The other unit is destroyed. We did it, boys.
Ready and waiting. Ready for orders.
Ready and waiting!
Ready and waiting.
Now we just need to crowd this guy and win.
Forward!
Yes! Decisive victory. It's our culture, so we're gonna occupy.
Commander!
That's the end of Sparta.
Commander!
Alright. We need to get rid of this mercenary unit because of the income. And we need to position our spies somewhere where it can support between Larissa and Pella next turn if needed. We also have to raise a unit here in Larissa so it has some sort of support in case an army from Epirus comes down south to attack.
Ready to your duties, men!
Ready for orders.
Alright. We're gonna entice that general eventually, so it's okay if that guy gains some levels, right? We're gonna get him in later. We need to hire some better pikes here and prepare for the attack from the RDI. I also get two mercenary Thurio spears here because I want to sort of delay them from attacking right now. Our forces are depleted and we need more units. We're gonna pay the upkeep of those Thurio spears and hopefully it's enough to keep them from attacking us. We're at war with everyone. Good. Let's end the turn.
At your command!
Well, actually, we got to recruit a few more down south here. So let's get some levy pikemen for now, I think. And that's okay. Those are good units to sort of defend. We're running out of money. Can't decide what to do here. Yeah, pikeman's gonna be it. We're gonna have to cancel the building of that barracks and get another unit of pike. We can't be building stuff when we need to defend our territory. Javelin man will recover soon. But I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Let's get the pikes. It's cheesy, but this life ain't easy, man. Let's end the turn. Alright, so we completed scholarship. And let's start dealing with this army here in the south and checking on our army at Sparta. Luckily, we hired the general next turn, so we can bring this army from Sparta to reinforce, and we can catch that guy in an ambush with the general that's sitting in Larissa.
Ready for further orders. We hunger for battle. For glory and honor.
Again, an easy auto resolve, so I'm gonna do it and come back later. Decisive victory. Really nice. One unit survived, so we can send our general after them to get another, you know, round of experience.
Ready for orders.
We're gonna give him strategist also, and I think it's just a unit of slingers, so it's gonna be pretty easy. Can't entice him yet. We need a little bit more gravitas. One to be precise.
At your command. Commander. Wipe them out.
Again, very easy auto resolve, so I'm gonna do it and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Decisive again. And that army is destroyed.
Waiting for orders. At your command. On the move. Ready for battle. Ready for orders.
What to do?
At your command.
We may be able to take Apollonia with the forces that we have down here. But we have this other problem to deal with, which is the army of Epirus in the north.
Softly. I cannot continue.
And that's quite a strong army. Let's go over to Apollonia and see if we can start to starve them or something. There's nothing protecting it, so this might be our chance. The only thing we need to do is destroy the army that's in the north there. They have elephants. And the RDI has crap troops, but they will tire us. And, you know, Epirus will destroy us. So I think the best course of action is to move right here and fortify. So they can't get past us. They're gonna have to attack the fortification. And since we have a lot less units than they do, they're sure to do it. I'm considering here if I'm gonna keep the Thorio spears. I might. And just pay for their upkeep another turn.
Ready for orders.
Now is perhaps not the time to make money, but to defend ourselves, or else the campaign is over, right? If we lose a fight, the campaign is over. It might even be worth it to get a Tarantine cavalry here to help. On the other hand, this is a fort defense. We have a lot of pike units and some are pretty decent. We have 4 units of pikemen and several levy pikemen which are damaged.
At your command.
But, you know, fort defense with pikemen, it's pretty good. I don't think we're gonna fail it. We'll see. We have some money left. And we can't recruit a champion. So perhaps that's the time. They're all kind of pretty bad here. So we're gonna go... I'm gonna go with that one, yeah. Alright, and I don't think there's a lot else to do in this turn. Besides perhaps building more food here. Earning grounds, yep. And end the turn, I guess. Confirming, yeah, we're at war with everyone. Oh.
My sword is yours.
Gotta give this guy his skill point.
Ready for orders.
Also, our king needs to get his skill. Yep, let's go with more authority. And that is it, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next one, because this is gonna be one hell of a battle.